Baseball, you did not know I was coming home tonight. I surprised you, didn't I?
Yes, you did, Essie. You really did. Come, give me a hug.
My coming home would not have been a surprise if you'd read my last letters. Granted, I was not sure exactly when Paul Jr. and I would return from our latest trip. But after having such a glorious time in Africa, I couldn't wait to get home to see you.
That is very sweet of you to say. It's nice to see you too. Come, give me a hug.
Not so fast. Paul, if you really were happy and excited to see me, you would have greeted me at the door. Like a husband should when a wife comes home from a long journey. Instead, you just stood there, as you are doing now, in disbelief when I walked in the door. I'll handle my own cloak. Thank you.
What does that look for?
The look says nothing.
Hey, I am happy to see you.
Paul, don't start. It's been a long day.
I am not trying to be contentious.
It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, just not anymore. This time, I've decided...
Don't you know that I need you?
Only when it's convenient. Wants and needs are two different things. We all want a lot of things in life. Whether we need them is the question.
I am just trying to bring this whole situation around.
Don't need to get sentimental. All of the arrangements for your tours and your performances have already been made. We have a few dinner parties to attend later on this week. I'll leave it to you to decide which political gatherings and rallies you'll attend as you travel. And then, as usual, we'll go off in two separate directions. You'll go off to the left for long periods of time, and I'll be here alone, or at our home in Connecticut, until I get bored, long for some adventure, and decide to take a little trip of my own to the right. And whenever the two shall, what is it again?
Meet. It's whenever the two shall meet.
Yes, that's it. So, what's for dinner? I'm starved.
I'm working on it.
Or were you waiting, Paul, for a special dinner to come to you?
Don't you need a drink? Yes, you need a drink. Let me get you one. Here you go. What's wrong?
I did not say that I wanted one.
Well, I just assumed, so you might as
I
well...
cut back.
Since when?
Since now.
Well, why am I just now hearing about this?
Never had the chance. It's no big deal, is it?
Well, no.
Well, you drink it.
Both glasses.
Why not? You can handle it. It's not like you have not done so before. Or were you entertaining earlier and drinking earlier?
Are you asking or guessing?
Neither.
What is it?
Nothing. I'm glad for once to have a night alone where you're not carried away off somewhere. For once. Are you expecting someone? It's getting too late. Are you going to answer the door?
No. It's no.
How do you know?
Trust me.
Well, I know it can't be the FBI or the CIA knocking at the door. Besides, I greeted them already. Or, as I rather should say, I surprised and greeted them.
Wow. My girl. I can't keep a good woman down.
No, you can't. Which is what I want to talk to you about. But tell me again, why didn't you answer the door?
Didn't you say you were hungry?
I am, but I see you're not going to answer my previous question about the door. Fine, I'll go answer it myself.
Just drop it. I did not say I was expecting anyone. See, it's this kind of attitude
Calm down! No need to get all worked up about it.
It's these apartment doors. They all look alike. It's getting late and somebody probably got confused and came to the door. It happens all the time.
You look worried.
Why should I be?
That's a good question. It's not every day that someone knocks on your door twice in one night.
Do you need a rest for me?
No. Are you trying to get rid of me?
Can I not say anything without offending you?
Who's offended? I'm certainly not. I just want to have a simple conversation with my husband. I want to talk to you about a different kind of home.
Okay. I'll listen.
Well, no matter how apart or together we are, sometimes I wonder if there's any hope for us. I often think back to the times we met at Presbyterian Hospital, fell in love, and even eloped. I still can't believe I did that. You were this all-American football athlete and scholar. You were an enigma. I was so in love with you, and my feelings ran so deep that I gave up my own lucrative career as being the first female Negro chemist to run a lab in a major hospital, let alone giving up my dream of medical school. And when the law firm job did not work out for you, I knew I had to do what I had to for us. Thank God you had such a beautiful voice and a love for the theater. And so besides supporting you financially, I pushed you to be the best on the stage because I could see it. I believed in your work wholeheartedly. That is why I became your manager. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I too would study acting and be in the movie Big Fella with you.
So you're saying you missed the stage?
No, not at all. The stage is for you.
Well, what is it then?
Don't you get it, Paul? I'm tired. I deserve better than what I'm getting from you. I'm tired of being just your wife in name only. I'm tired of you disrespecting me when you're around your theater friends. And I'm tired of your constant affairs with women and your lack of affection for me.
Where is all this coming from?
Tell me, Paul, who was at the door?
Listen, it's not what you think.
No, it's exactly what I think. You see, despite the rumors, I suspected something for quite some time. I knew it would be a matter of time before you would slip up and prove my suspicions. You did not expect me to come home tonight, and your actions showed it. So who was it? Was it your savvy longtime friend Frida Diamond? Or was it your Desdemona, Miss Uda Hagen? Or was it someone else? You have got to be careful of the company you keep. Your illicit affairs are going to cause you to lose your career and your reputation.
Oh, you're crazy!
And you are in denial! You can't even be honest with me! Why is it that you feel that you always have to go outside the marriage before you can come straight to me? Am I not worthy of being your business manager and your social functions?
We have been through this before and we keep coming up empty.
I've come up empty.
We agreed to have an open marriage.
Open marriage? That was your idea. You are the only one advertising it. I never wanted to be with anyone else. I only wanted to share my love with you. It's clear to me, Paul, that we are moving strictly in a different direction.
How so?
You enjoy playing to the crowd and having your admirers hang on your beck and call. It's one thing to suspect and think about the affairs that I've been hearing, but it's another to come home, rushing home, wanting to be with my husband as he sits patiently for someone else. Just when we have decided to reconcile and be better to one another, there's still nothing but pain and anguish for me. So tell me, Paul, who am I? The real Mrs. Robeson, or just a fill-in for someone else?
Essie, you are my wife and will forever remain my wife no matter what.
Sometimes I think if you weren't the famous man that you are, and if it was in vogue for a woman to leave a man though she have a small child to care for, I would take Paul Jr. and you would never speak. Then I too have to face reality. And sometimes when it's so hard to live with you, it would be unbearable to live without you. I like knowing that I have a sure thing. Whereas I know you like to roll the dice and play the game of chance.
Essie, you are taking this thing a little too seriously now.
I bet you different. I bet you would really love it if I had a man of my own. It wouldn't even faze you. You would love it because then you really would not have to be accountable to me. And it wouldn't bother you because of the sluts you hang around with. Too bad I don't have another man. Because it's plain as day, Paul Robeson, that you are the only one in this house getting some loving right about now. And all I can say for sure is that it's not coming from me. You just don't know how hard it is to hold up a good face in front of people, even in town here. And they later realize that the one person, even in a crowded room, that you are paying the least attention to is your wife.
Yes, it is hard. Marching and campaigning with the people for equal rights by day, and singing and entertaining the rich as well as the poor by night. We both know that whether you are doing movies or in the theater, you have to stay focused. It's the nature of the game. This job has afforded us a lifestyle that only a few people can dream. True, a lot of who I am today comes from you, supporting me and being there for me. You have blessed me with a son. We traveled all over this world together. You were right there by my side.
Together we do make a good team.
So where do we go from here?
Before we go anywhere, I still have a few more questions to ask.
We have covered enough in one night.
Questions may be satisfactory for you, but there is more that is needed for me.
What else can I ask?
It's not what you can answer. It's what will you answer.
Why do I feel like I'm being set up?
No entrapment. I'm only asking for honesty.
Can I get you that drink? Because I definitely... What else is on your mind?
Are you going to file for divorce?
Why would you say that?
That's just it, Paul. You have never really expressed that thought to me, but I seem to keep hearing it from other people many, many times over the years, especially from your finance manager.
No. I will not divorce you. I want Paul Jr. to grow up in a stable home. And I want to see myself. It is hard enough to be away from him. And it's hard when you have to take him with you to go visit your sick mother. And I assume it's hard on a young boy when we both have to leave and can't take him with us. The last thing I need in this situation is to be an absent father. You do not have anything to worry about.
That is good to hear. That's what I keep trying to tell myself, but sometimes it's hard when your heart gets in the way and you totally don't know which way to turn. It's one thing to fight the wars out in the streets where you live. It's another when it's in your own home.
Next question.
Have you totally fallen out of love with me?
What must I do to prove that I love you?
It's not a matter of proving, Paul. Real love is something that you can feel. You can love me and not be in love with me.
Feel it.
Yes, Paul. Real love shouldn't be a struggle. It's not supposed to hurt. When you love someone, you can't wait to be with them. You'll go anywhere, do anything just to hear their voice. You're drawn to them like a moth to a flame.
I love you. Couples go through their phases. As you know, one minute everything is great, and the next minute all hell breaks loose. Despite our ups and downs, we get along well together. We travel great together. We share the same viewpoints on life. We're both fighting for civil rights. And you seem to take up a cause for the people here in the United States and Africa. And I fight for the injustices here in Europe and abroad. It is a lot of hard work and dedication that we both sacrificed and signed up for.
That is true. You are correct. I am smart, bright, educated, and have a lot to offer. And it's true that I am living in your shadow. I have to admit that you are who you are. And it's going to be up to me to decide how things are going to go from now on for me.
Well, seems like you made up your mind.
Indeed I have. I'm moving on with my life, in some ways without you. I guess I really need to give people something to talk about. I am going to take my education in anthropological studies and my trips to Africa, and I'm going to write about the people, and the culture, and my experiences in a book that I'm going to call African Journey.
Well, I support you. But please, do not write another book about me.
I guess I'll focus now more on my special interests and less on yours.
Touché.
But this does not mean, Paul, that you totally have a get-out-of-jail-free card in your pocket.
Well, I see that you don't like my friends and some of my lifestyle may upset you. I will try to change that.
All I am asking is that you don't forget that you have a home. Sometimes I think you forget you have a wife and a child, and I do need your support to keep things going. And your finance manager, I believe, taught you how to give me money.
You don't like me much, do you?
Why should I? I don't like anyone who does not have my best interest at heart.
Well, I will take care of things with my accountant, and I will talk to him on how to treat you.
I would appreciate that very much. I should not have to give priority man to get your attention.
I will be more attentive to you.
Now, Paul, is there anything that you want to ask me?
Will you ever leave me?
What makes you ask that question? Are we now feeling vulnerable?
Not necessarily, just curious.
Would I ever treat you in the same manner that you have treated me? Oh.
I guess that's what I'm asking.
Paul, I love you too much to be petty. If I never thought we could come to a common ground, I would have left you a long time ago.
I see.
It's not that complicated. Fighting for equal rights for women is complicated. Civil rights and all of the lives lost and the few battles won is complicated. Founding of the NAACP and us organizing and coming together as a people and in love should not be that complicated. At this point in my juncture of my new life, I am not going to let you or anyone stop me or complicate things for me anymore.
Well, Miss Robeson, I see there's a newfound passion inside of you.
Yes, and I am excited.
Well, is there any of that zest for me?
That, my dear Ruby, is complicated. It's nice to hear you finally say it, and with feeling. Well, it's getting late. I guess I better go.
Wait, where are you going? We haven't had dinner.
Don't you have guests to entertain?
My guest of honor has already arrived.
Ah, do I feel special?
It's like they always say, it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved and lost.
So where's the food?
Seriously?
Like I said, Paul, some things are not that complicated.